Hello there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, and time for my live. It's July 28th. Can't believe it's the last Friday in July. So if you're there with me, please let me know. If you're watching the replay, let me know. I go live every Friday, and I make a project from start to finish, which I'm going to do today. And what you can do is if you comment on the card that I'm making, comment, like, or share, then what I'll do is the following week I'll do a draw for that card. And as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can get it in the draw to win. So I've actually just thrown a couple of comments up, which are showing weirdly. But these ones, this one here is correct. And another one is showing correct. This is the ones that I'm going to use today. And I will be sure to fix the ones that aren't working. This is just something new I was trying. So what I'd like to do now is I would like to jump to the draw that I have. So let me just share my screen here. And like I said, if you're there with me, just let me know. So I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go here to this where I've got it all set up. So anyone who had commented on my last live, or it's going to, I forgot to show this, but I think you can see it in the frame, this really cute little sewing card that I made last time. So let's do the draw. And again, as long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can win this card. So Anna, I'm not sure if you fit that criteria. So I'm going to just write your name down and I'm going to contact you via Messenger and find out. And hopefully, Anna, I can get you that card. So let me just stop the share and go back here to me. And I'm just scrolling down here. I see Marg there. Hello, Marg. How are you? Can you hear me okay? So again, this is the card that I made last week. And just to get it on the card that I made this week, to get it on the draw for that, just remember to comment, like, or share. Okay, so one other quick little thing that I want to show you before I get started here, and that is something that I show in my newsletter. Mark, are you still there? Yes, you can hear me. Fantastic. Thank you, Mark, for letting me know. So this is a birthday party that I do in August, every August, because it's my birthday in August. And so what I do is I combine orders together and then give you guys the gifts. So if you don't get my newsletter, you can go to my website, www.stampwithjen.com. I actually have a slide for that too here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Stampwithjen.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter, and then you'll find information about this. I will publish it again. There's still space in here, and I would love to get you into that party because you get some nice freebies. So okay, so let me start here, seeing as I've got the screen open, and I am going to start making a card. And I see Anna's here. Awesome, Anna. She's not a demonstrator and she's thrilled to win this lovely card. Great, Anna. If you can PM me your address, just message me your address. That'd be great. And I see Villa is with me too. Hello, hello. Okay, so the stamp set I'm going to use today is called Trekking Along. It is one of the stamp sets that is available in the online exclusives. And you know what? I think I might just take a minute and show you where to find that, because it can be a little tricky. So let me just go here and share that for a second. Hold on a second. I just gotta find my I keep clicking on the wrong button. Hold on one second. I'll get there. Share the screen. Yes, that's what I want to do. And we want to go here to the Stampin' Up! Store. Okay, so this is the Stampin' Up! Store. You guys are hopefully familiar with that. So there's a little ticker thing that comes across the top. Actually, it does, I think online exclusives is one of the things. But you can always get to it by going here, menu. And there's a button here, or I think you can shop, buy, and look for it here. But they've now put this nice little button here. And what basically online exclusives are exactly what they sound like, and that is that they're only available online. So here is the Trekking Along stamp set right here, this one that I'm talking about today. So you're not going to see it in any catalog, just online, and it's super cute. It's got a bunch of two-step stamping pieces, lots of different things you can put in that truck. Now, if I go back one page here, you'll see that there is a punch, but it is currently unavailable. This is not going to become available again until October. They've completely sold out of them. They're coming from overseas. So you see that the bundle, that's the French version, but the English version, wherever that is also not available until October. But the stamp set still is. And I'm going to show you how you can use it without the punch today. Also, there's a fun new kit here, Blossom Wishes kit. I just got mine in, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so let me stop the share and go back here. And Anna says, it's my lucky day. Yes, go buy a lotto ticket, Anna. It is your lucky day. Okay, so here I'm going to start. This is the punch, by the way. I mean, what is nice about the punch is you can build a whole truck without needing, you're getting reflection from my lights up there, without needing to actually stamp it. But you can stamp and punch out. You can see it punches out the whole truck image, but we're going to do it without that today, just to show you that it can be done. Okay, so I'm going to start by stamping the truck, and I'm going to use Memento Black ink, and I'm going to stamp it down towards the bottom like this. And then I'm going to stamp. I'm going to show you these papers while I've got them here, and then I can just get them out of the way. These are the Brights Designer Series papers, and I've got a couple packages here. That's why they're so big. But they do come in a package of 48, and it's all the Brights colors. So I'm using Pumpkin Pie, but I'm also using Azure Afternoon today too. But they have, the patterns are this sort of stripe hearts, this bold stripe and polka dots. Those are the patterns, and so you get some of all the different colors, which is nice. Let me just move that out of the way now that I'm showing you that. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this with Azure Afternoon. This is a really pretty new color, and so this is the inside of the truck, and I'm going to stamp it. And I found if you line up the window with the window here, that's pretty good. So I'm going to just stamp it here. And I'm going to get my head in there so I can line it all up and stamp. And see how gorgeous that is. It's even built some highlights right into the image, which is really cool. Roxanne says, do you know when the dies for the fishing set come back in? You know, I don't off the top of my head, but I'll look it up for you and I'll reply to you and let you know after this live. Okay, so I'm going to do basic gray. Any of those ones that you're wondering about, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'm happy to look it up for you. So this is the wheels. So with the wheels, what I want to do is I want to kind of line up the dots on the dots here. And it's actually not hard to do unless you're on a camera. And then it's super hard. No, actually not really not. So how cute is that? Love it. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside for just a second because I want to show you something else I've done here. So this is one of the files and the comments that I put in the live right away. I tried to do it. I'm hoping it worked. If it didn't, I'll fix it after the live. But I printed up this here, and I've got here loads of love and birthday wishes, or sending loads of healing wishes, or sending loads of good vibes your way. So I just thought these were some nice additions to this stamp set. There is sending you sunny thoughts, wishing you a festive Christmas. You could use the little tree here. Special delivery. Every day is a fresh start. And then there's this cute little farm fresh that fits right on the truck, actually. So I thought those were good sayings, but I kind of liked the addition of these. So I just printed these out, and I've given you a link to my printout. And what's nice is you can then take something like this set, which is my Stylish Shapes. You've seen me use it before. And then you can die cut these out. And you can then put your images on there, or you could even take, let's see, something like this. Well, we need to get one that fits, and cut them out. Okay, so just a few extra little kind of greetings for you. And I'm not breaking any copyright rules here because these are not sayings that are in there. So you can do that sometimes. And I've just sent a piece of cardstock through my printer, and then I cut the paper in half, and then you can see I die cut out this little piece right here. Okay, so isn't that fun? And so I'm going to stamp the truck on here too. Just going to come down here. Okay, and I just did it in black, but you could do it in a color too if you wanted to make it match. There's actually some codes that allow you to get an exact match. So now this, I'm stamping the presents in the back of the truck, and all you have to do is line up the bottom. I'm going to pull this right down, which you might not be able to see very well, but I need it to see. The bottom of the image with the line of the truck, and with photopolymer, it's very easy to do. So how cute is that so far? I see Nancy there, and Nancy says, what a great way to fit the quotes to fit the stamp. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Okay, so while I've got this here, I'm going to take, that was basic gray that I did the wheels with. We're going to take Smoky Slate. In the stamp set comes this like line image, and I'm going to just take it and I'm going to stamp it right over the wheels like that, because we're going to cover up that back truck. And I think, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a little bit there and a little bit there. Notice I stamped first on my scrap paper just to make it a little bit lighter. Put that up too, so you can see a little bit of road there, just so it doesn't look like it's floating. And then, oh, I should show you my arm. I don't know if I can get it in the camera there. I just went over top of my stamp. I need to move the stamps up here because now I have a blue arm, blue and gray arm. Okay, so I'm going to use pumpkin pie. So the idea behind this is I want to make a masculine card. And so I wanted a nice blue, so this Azure Afternoon. So it's not as dark of a blue as maybe Night of Navy. And then an orange is always a nice pairing with a blue. They're actually opposite on the color wheel, and they look very nice together, especially for a masculine type card. So one of the images on that set is partial covering of these gifts. So again, I've just got to line this up a little bit, and I can just lean over here, and I find if I line up the bow and the one bottom present, that I can get that stamped. How fun is that? Stamped immediately, colored immediately. Now I do have my Azure Afternoon Blends marker, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of color here. Maybe some of these stripes. And maybe this present here. So we'll leave some of them as white and pumpkin pie, and some of them with the extra little bit on there. How cute is that? Hello, Eileen. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's put this card together. But first I'm going to cut this out. So I would normally take my punch. I'll just show you. I'd put it in here and I would punch it out. But the punch isn't available for a little while. So I'm just going to hand cut it, and I'm going to show you that it's not that hard to hand cut this. The trick really is to, first of all, work with a smaller piece of paper, and then to move that paper around and sort of keep your scissors in the same spot. And just cut off any extra angles so you can work it. And I'm leaving a little bit of a white border here, just like the punch out or a die would do. Okay, there's a nice long line there, so I'm just going to leave that here, and I'm just going to cut into this line. And okay, so you can see just working a little smaller areas. It's just really easy to cut it out. This is what we used to have to do before we had dies. We used to call it fussy cutting. Okay, so there we go. It is cut out and it is just fine. So let me just grab some dimensionals here and let's put this together. Oh, apparently I've got a brand new pack of dimensionals I'm going to use. Oh, there's something stuck there. So those of you who like to start on a row and work your way through are going to be aghast at what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm going to add these in, and then I'm going to get all the other bits for the card. So now I'm going to put this over top, and it's going to cover up that stamping we did right on those wheels. So let me just hold this up here for you. How cute that is! So cute! And so I have a class that I just did on this. So people purchased the stamp set or the bundle, and then they got the class for free, which is some directions, some videos, and all that stuff. So I still kind of have that offer on. You can't buy the bundle right now, but you can buy the class just by itself. And then you can get the stamp set as well. Okay, so one more thing we're going to do here. And this is another online exclusive item that I want to show you. These are called the Basic 3D embossing folders. And we're going to emboss this piece because one of the nice things when you're doing masculine cards is just adding, because I don't want to add too much stuff. I like to keep them simple. You can read into that whatever you like for male cards, but I do like adding texture. So these folders are great, sort of basics, as they say. So this one's polka dots. This one's kind of like little starry flowers. Here, hold on, let me hold this underneath. Maybe you might see them better. It could almost be seashells or flowers or just a nice background. And this one is my favorite. It's like a cross hatch pattern. So I thought I don't always show, so those are on the online exclusives. It comes all three together. I don't always show embossing on here. I usually pre-do them, but today I thought I would actually bring my machine in here and show you that. So let me just move some of this stuff aside here. And I'm going to start by showing you that I put this in, and it doesn't really matter for this folder if it's straight or not, but I tend to still try to make them straight. And what I do is I line that, there's a line there on the folder, and I usually try to line that up. Okay, so that's that. Here is my machine and the plates that we're going to use here for embossing, and it comes with your machine, is plate 1. Okay. Then I'm going to put this in with the seam towards the machine, and then plate 4. Now it says that all of this right on your main plate, what to do. There are no clear plates that you use when you're doing embossing, just those two, the bottom and the large dark gray plate. Okay, I'm going through, get that out of the way. Okay, and I will look at your comments there in just a second. Okay, so we can now, so you can see that. It's a nice texture on there. Okay, now I just got to find what I did with the rest of my card bits. I got this piece and I got that piece. Well, here's another piece I need. It is one of those pieces of brights that I showed at the very beginning. So if you missed that, you can go back. And I actually think my sample I did this way, but I think I'm going to do this one this way. And you can tell me which one you think you like better. Again, I'm thinking masculine birthday card was my plan here. Okay, now my card base is right here. So this is Smoky Slate, my card base. And I'm going to add this. I'm adding lots of tape just because I find I like that with an embossed layer. So what I do is I get it all lined up with my 1/4 inch. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and because the card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 when it's unfolded. So once I know it's on there correctly, I just give it a nice smooth. Oh, I totally forgot something, but that's okay. We can add it here. I've got some twine. Again, I want to add some sort of ribbon or something to this card, but I don't want to make it too feminine, so I'm going to use just twine. And this Basics pack of Baker's twine, there's this one that is not as brown as the others. That actually has a gray hue to it, and so I'm going to use that. I meant to put it underneath this piece, but we'll just wrap around the whole card now. So I'm going to just leave a nice little tail so I can tie something, and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to use I have one pair here that have a little charm on them that I use for cutting ribbons and things. So I'm going to tie this. And I'm sorry if you are commenting, I will check there in just a second. And then you can see the differences between this and my sample. And so I'm just tying a knot first. So I kind of just hold it down with one finger. I've developed this really awkward kind of way to do this, but if you need somebody's finger or something, you might have to wait. But using your own fingers to kind of hold some down while you tie the rest. I always tie in a loopy, awkward-looking bow first, and then we're going to take those tails and make this bow a little smaller and prettier. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this piece on before I trim. So again, with the dimensionals, there's the piece I was looking for that I knew I hadn't finished yet. So let me see here. Nan saying she loves embossing. Swiss dot is my favorite. Yeah, I love anything that's kind of neutral that works for a lot of different things, eh? Anna says, I love texture and the embossing is such a wonderful way to add details without being distracting. Very well said, Anna. Yes. Villa says it's also my favorite die. I'm guessing you're thinking these ones here, the stylish shapes dies. Also my favorite. I'm missing one. You may know if you use these well. I'm missing a little tiny one that goes in here. I've got to dig through my recycling pile and hoping it's in there because it's right underneath where I put my folders. Okay, or my dies, I mean. So this is going to go right here. So look how it ties together, that beautiful blue azure, and then the pumpkin pie. Now I'm going to trim this a little bit. Now we are going to add a little tiny bit of bling to this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the windshield. There's a front one and a back one there. And I really debated what other kind of bling I wanted to add because, again, I wanted to keep this fairly neutrally looking. So I decided my favorite dots, which are my favorite embellishment, classic matte dots. And I'm going to add, let's grab this one, black dots, just the little teeny tiny ones here, right to the wheels. And that's going to be the only embellishment I do. I know this is only 2, and I always say you need to do 3, but I think it works here. I think we can get away with it because of the fact that it's right in the wheels. So it's just, again, a little bit of texture there that your recipient can go, oh, look at that, and oh, look at that little glitter there. So here's my original one. So you can see here that I've flipped the piece of paper over. I'm not sure which one I like better. This one kind of matches the love, but this shows more pumpkin pie. You can also see on this one that I did the tie of this twine on this layer, whereas on this one it is showing in the inside of the card. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just a different way. So do you have a preference, the more filled in one or the hearts? And what do you think? Villa said she meant embossing folder. Aline says very nice. Nan says she likes the folders. Hello, Yvonne. Linda says a great card ideas. Thank you, thank you. And Nancy likes the quotes. So if you missed that, these are the quotes, and there's a file that I've put in the comments that you can use. So if you're wondering where did I get this loads of love and birthday wishes, it's something I made up myself just to go with these cute cards. So Roxanne, I will get back to you. Let's just, I'm scrolling back. Okay, so you can see here, let me just see. This comment here is the one with the link to my Loads of Love class. So that's near the beginning, and not Loads of Love, Trucking Along. And then this one here. So the ones that say Stamp with Jen are the correct ones. They've got the full link. That is the one that is the link to that file that I just showed you. A couple of them cut it off there. So let me just scroll here. Great cards, Karen says. Thank you. Kathy says she loves that blue. Me too. This new one, Azure Afternoon. It is very nice. Love the more solid one, Nancy says. Yeah, that was what I did first. It was a last minute change to add the hearts. I use the twine or ribbon on the inside to hold birthday money. Well, June, isn't that clever? I love that. Just tuck some bills in there. Well, that is something new I learned, so thank you. Nancy says she loves the hearts, so we got one for each. And this is a great masculine card, and love the hearts. Love the card. Linda says, thank you, Marg says, and have a great weekend. Well, yes, and the same to all of you. I'm wishing you all a great weekend, and I appreciate you being here to check things out. And remember to like, comment, and share to get in on my draw for one of these cards for next weekend. And I will do that. So wish you all a great weekend. Wish me luck. We're going to the Barbie movie tonight. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but it seems like the movie to see. So anyways, take care, and thanks for watching me today. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.